skirmishes, in these duels.
And it's already bad because that's a losing matchup.
Yeah.
Carry's super weak in the early game. Let's see if it's going to pay off, as once again we'll welcome you, ladies and gentlemen, to the land of Dawn. And here it is. Finally, we get to see the classical derby on such different terms unfold before our very eyes. Naomi, actually, he's going to clear this mid side.
Ooh. Potentially trying to go for a faster level 4. That could be what they're looking for. Brands was able to leash the jungle clear for Taz on that Hellcurt, helping with the vulnerable early game, but now Naomi shoos Dreams away. As you mentioned, Dreams is just so annoying, so aggressive and active, especially when the game just begins, trying to find more options for his team. Looking at the rest of the emblems though, you can see the Weapon Master on the hands of Clay, so he is looking to do serious damage the longer the game goes in.
Yeah, it makes sense, right? Why we saw that the emblem choice coming in from Naomi is that way. The reason is the mobility in the early game already is really great from the Pharsa. If they get the proper pickoff, it can translate onto more pressure and give more space. But look at this, Dreams, Hijime Taz, they don't care. They're going in for an invade, it looks like.
Forcing a retreat out, Fairsick clears it out, still able to time it perfectly for the turtle. That's going to be spawning in 28 seconds. In-game equipment by Dunya Games, Arashi.
Well, the equipment hasn't say much so far, but the choice of boots just shows you, right? Naomi wants to be in the front. He needs to withstand all these crowd control tools that EVOS has. On the other hand, by the way, Fairsick was able to secure the gold buff, so already a small victory. But here, with the first turtle coming up, now you can see what focus is. What is the focus? Because Fluffy has a rival to the top side. Wait, he won't be there for the turtle fight.
Yeah, he's putting pressure onto Skylar instead. Looking for that trade. RRQ should have the space to get this without contest. Dreams only opening up vision here, giving information for his team, but there you go. RRQ, a small win here in the early phase.
Oh. Very interesting move there from EvosLegends. Let's take a look at the tower prediction by Samsung Galaxy S23 Series 5G. Only me and Mr. Polong is gone for EvosLegends here. But let's go backtrack a bit. Arrival up top, I thought it was to deny the minions here, just to zone Skylar away, but the lane was shoved in by Brents, yeah? So Skylar didn't really lose much.
Yeah, it didn't really achieve as much as we would expect that Arrival spell. I mean, it's a very costly investment, right? Bringing an Arrival, so you don't have a flicker, you don't have any other tools, and Fluffy on the bot side fails to initiate a play. They seem to be okay with it though. But in the mid lane, this is where it gets a bit dicey here. Who gets the first pick off? That is the main question. Naomi goes in!
Wild Charge gonna be able to lock it now. First blood! RRQ strikes first in this game. EvosLegends very slow to react.
There you go, the synergy, right, between Naomi as well as Clay. That initiation of Brands needs to be careful. Naomi's damage!
That's a flicker in by Clay! And it's a secure. Brands got really thirsty for that solo kill, flickered forward and paid the price.
He was very close though, right? And if he was able to get that kill, that would prevent Skylar from popping off even further. But now RRQ with a 1,100 gold lead.
Is that the weakness finder? Finding value, slowing him down so he can't secure that kill? Might just be. Whatever it is, for now, it seems like RRQ still has that tempo. And that's what you come to expect, right? Pakiro in the side lane. Carry 1v1 is deceptively high damage, actually. And in the mid lane, a Pharsa and Fredrin is usually already such a huge problem. And now with the addition of a Grok, it's definitely a big issue. And Dreams now gets jumped on yet again.
Wild Charge taunt. And the damage, the collapse. And Hijime taken low. Forced to back away. No regen and no chance to fight out in the turtle.
Does Naomi ever miss? If he's on the Kaja, Franco, Grok now. What was that pick coming in? And that just is the perfect timing as well for RRQ to secure that turtle once again. 2 already in the pockets of RRQ.
It comes down to the clearing again. Because in the mid lane, you can see Hijime is struggling so much to match the clear coming from Clay as well as Naomi, right? The power of nature is such a underrated wave clear tool. Looking at the items right now, Demon Hunter Sword finished for Taz, so bit of a spike in damage. But Skylar also has the Corrosion Sight, so he is going to be a lot harder to chase. And if you're getting all in, it's going to be a lot harder for you to escape. So 1v1, if Brents falls even further behind, this could be a very easy solo kill lane for Skylar.
Wait, for a minute I forgot Taz existed. He's on the Hellcurt. not too active on the map just yet. No pickoffs just yet. What's the game plan here for Taz?
One big fight is the game plan right now. Good silence, wow. Takes Naomi out instantaneously, right with the Divine Judgment to lock him down. See, EvosLegends, they are specialists at pickoffs with this composition. RRQ do better in these team fights. So it's all about who uses, who executes better.
Well, keep in mind as well, right now, there's a pickoff for EVOS, but there's nothing on the map.
Yep.
Whereas when RRQ went for that pickoff, they were able to get turtles, towers, solo kill pickoffs, shutting down brands as well. And now, look at that. First tower has fallen, and RRQ, with more ground, with more control around these objectives, they can look for more pickoffs.
Well, Fluffy's gonna get engaged on now. Banana giving some damage. Fluffy, wow, first item immortality here. He's gonna look for some big engages later on. And that might be the reason for the immortality first item. He knows he's gonna dive deep inside of RRQ's front to back composition.
Still though, picking up that item so early on definitely raises a bit of few eyebrows for sure. Fluffy though has just recalled with the turtle popping up, so he has the arrival to make plays with, but he is not going to the opposite side of the map. He is moving down the mid lane.
Yeah, he wants to go in for the all-in.
Divine Judgment, Bruce Passion, real world manipulation into the stinger coming down. Now the heavy spin locking Naomi down as the real world manipulation does its work. For the airstrike canceled out, Dreams gonna be able to put that ring down, but now is gonna be slain by Clay, who picks up a killing spree. 2 for 1 in favor of Evo. So Brand's looking for that one last snipe, but Clay's able to evade from it. Flaps his wings and gets away.
All right, that's a good trade for EvosLegends. But even then, it doesn't look like they're looking to secure any objectives. They had the option to do so, but Taz was so far up in the top side, looking for perhaps a push onto that top tower, and they're not going to get a turtle for it.
The issue for EVOS right now is also the lack of damage, right? The turtle is getting taken so slow. If they don't really go for it immediately, it's going to be very difficult. And Naomi now is looking for a chance, but he gets pulled instead.
Bennett's rage, wow, that burst, the pickoff. Evos are taking it very slow. Now they have a man advantage, no real initiation tool. Hijime, poke down, heavy spin, baited out. RRQ, they get a small little win here as they take control back of the turtle.
So wait a minute, they're still centering around it. For the second time, it does get resetted earlier on by Naomi, and now it's going to be resetted once again. RRQ, it looks like they want to contest it, and EvosLegends, they're just retreating. No fight whatsoever.
Well, Brands is forced to go in the top side to clear that wave, and shows you again, RRQ, high-tempo gameplay, but the macro game is still very much in consideration. Right now, we are forcing the arrival onto the tower in the bot side. Fluffy will get chunked down, but for RRQ, getting the turtle is already such a huge win, and the timing of everything just falls into play so well.
And Brands didn't even get the tower in the top lane. Man, Banana was already there. He knew what Brands was trying to do. Skylar gets more damage on the turret in the bottom side, just a little bit of a nudge, and it's going to fall for RRQ. They're winning it out on all trades, but Taz goes in for a play.
Dark Knight falls. It's only all to distract here as Brands picks the turret up. No, he doesn't. Good feather airstrike and good zone from Fiersick. Banana's lingering around that topside river. And EvosLegends are forced back.
Look at the pressure of this Paquito though. The top turret is once again taking a beating from the minions without RRQ needing to do anything. It's all Banana just having the preemptive maneuvers. Brands is once again pulled away, and this could be a chance for RRQ to go for a fight, but they're just waiting. They have no issue just farming up and going for the plays only when there's an objective that they are really gunning for.
So we finally see Helkert being put in here at MPLID Season 12, but so far, we haven't really seen the impact of the Helkert pick, Arashi.
He hasn't been able to secure any real pickoffs. The ultimate is great, but when your team is coordinated, it might be a bit too idealistic to assume that they're going to panic from the darkness fall, but look at that.
Heavy spin coming down. Taz diving deep in the back line. Fiersick isolated and taken out. 26 seconds for the Lord. They still have time. Dreams stunned up now. No Divine Judgment. Skylar locks him down, takes him out. Brands is looking to deal some more damage. Roamer for jungler.
Well, again, they used everything. They secured the jungler, but the Lord isn't up yet. They finally get a turret, but look at that, the Banana!
Oh, forcing that flicker out from Brands, a massive resource. 115 seconds on that cooldown, and it gives RRQ the right amount of time, right amount of space to to now pressure the Lord.
Yeah, Persic is now back up into the land of Dawn. So despite the pick, that should have been worth it for EvosLegends. The timing just wasn't really right. Persic is already near, ready to go in for that 50-50. Let's see their levels. Persic 12. Taz is actually 13. So Taz should have an advantage when it comes down to this. It really depends on how the rest of the members go for this. Are they going to go for CC perhaps onto Taz? But I don't know if they know where he is just yet.
Not right now, but Dreams is looking for that ring. Coming down, Bennett's Rage and a Divine Judgment. Blocking him down, but he has that immortality. Now it's all out. Fluffy in the midst of it all. Now pops in a heavy spin, but Dreams loses his life. Fluffy forced to run away. Naomi unable to chase him down right now, but Banana in the midst of it all, he flickers out and he gets to safety. RWM now onto Clay, still able to fly out. Ferrising with a flank. Going in, taunting Hijime out. Brands is all alone. He let himself be in that position, and Skylar takes him out. Shutdown for Skylar.
A bit of an overcommit by Brands. You cannot put yourself in that kind of situation, buddy. 2 members down right here, and RRQ with relatively healthy HP bars seem to be going for it. They need to be rushed though, because the top lane is pushing.
Hijime taken out. Skylar with a killing spree. He's hitting that item power spike, and it's a big power spike for RRQ. 11 minutes in, First Lord over to the Kings of Kings.
You guys were talking about blessings earlier on before this match even begun. Let's talk about RRQ's blessings just now. Evos went in for a pick. They weren't even able to get it. Dreams gets caught behind the wall that was placed by Naomi. Gets picked off, and the rest is history as Dreams goes in once again.
He pulls Ferrising out of the Bennett's Rage, but Taz in the back. Wow, that damage, forcing over to nature. Taz takes Naomi out of the back, Banana! Oof! With a kill. He's a boxer, but he's also an assassin. Now Taz jumps forward, Banana gets out, takes some damage, but he is able to maneuver out of that place. 1 for 1, Roamer for gold.
And that's PBB for you.
PBB.
Paquito Banana Bless.
Paquito Banana Bless. That's a mouthful turn up, but he was able to go in really aggressively there. And I think, I might be wrong here, but I think Skylar might have been saved by the heavy spin earlier. We saw that Taz was jumping on him as well, but Fluffy was pushing him away from that situation. Whatever the result is, now with the Lord coming in, RRQ are extending their lead, extending their domination, going for all the other structures on the map. And now with no turrets outside their base, Evos, they are looking to get caged inside their own safe space.
Yeah, I felt like their resources didn't really synergize too well with one another. The other thing that you mentioned, and the other thing that Mirko mentioned as well, was Brands. His ultimate, it didn't connect because of Dreams going in for his. Unfortunate. It could have been a really good pickoff onto Persic, but I don't know. I guess that's what happens when you have a lot of heavy CCs that causes displacement. Sometimes it just doesn't work out the way that you intended to.
And by the way, on the note of the arrival, Fluffy has just used it again, and it seems like the main use of it is to deny damage on the turrets, which is an interesting strategy, but at this point, if you're this far behind, is saving a single turret what you want to do compared to like getting a massive flicker engage with a heavy spin? I'm not quite sure if I agree with this selection, but on the damage dealt, Clay is all the way up there, even more than Hijime, so he is definitely also one of the main targets, but with 2 different types of damage and 2 really far apart heroes for the side of RRQ, Evos, they're struggling to find something.
Heavy spin, Taz able to secure. Oh, Banana brings Fluffy back into the Feather Airstrike zone. That real world manipulation was very far-fetched. EvosLegends now, they've lost a lot of their resources to just defend, to just get through. And that purple buff is taken. Taz, is he even? Has he hit his power spike, right? Taz on the Hellcurt. Counter-Strike, Blade of Heptases, DHS, Malefic Roar. Is that enough for Rashi?
It was level 15, and he was able to almost one-shot Banana, so there's definitely power there, but can he output the damage to the right people at the right time? Evos go for it though, it's Banana!
Divine Judgment, Brands now gunning him down. The suppression is enough now with no Banana. They don't need to care about the side lane, but RRQ. Skylar is on this Lord. Evos, I don't think they can make it in time unless Fluffy makes a miracle play. Render's apathy, Taz jumping in, Clay with a flicker out! Oh, he's put it in! Taz runs into winter! Truncheon by Clay! He buys enough time! RRQ, they secure the Lord, but they lose out in the team fight. Brands now looking for Naomi. Immortality gonna be popped, Skylar gonna be zoned, and Naomi falls! EvosLegends are looking for more! Skylar forces a flicker, RWM! from Hijime. Skylar is burning. He's still able to survive. Versik now loses his immortality as Brands guns him and takes him out.
Oh no, 4 members are gone from the side of RRQ. Skylar, Banana finally gets back into the land of Dawn, but that nearly was a disaster for RRQ. The instant turnaround coming in from EvosLegends as they make their way to get that turret in the mid side. That top lane is going to fall as well into the hands of Taz. And now things are a little bit more even in the land of Dawn. What was that gold lead? It shrunk to only 1.9k.
Oh, what a chain of events right there. One single pickoff, and EVOS just went all in for it. They know they haven't been able to get the upper hand, the proactive moves. And there they know that with a man advantage, with the slows, with the movement speed coming in from the Hellcurt, they can just go all in and chase down the members of RRQ. With that happening once already, RRQ now will have a newfound respect for the chase potential for EVOS, and that means they must play a lot more careful. Banana needs to be more aware of the situation on the map, lest he gets picked off yet again.
But how intense was that? You hate to love to see it, right? The outplays coming in from both of the teams. The fact that Clay was able to survive that long as a Farsa against a Hellcurt, that shouldn't be legal. But look at this, a little bit more space coming in for EVOS. They're going in for more.
Naomi's pin. The taunt is able to bring Fluffy back in now. He loses his immortality. The RW was placed down. Fluffy's going to be able to escape right now. Zenimir's Passion is popped in by Brands. Banana with a kill in the back, but look at the base. Wide open. My goodness, Dark Knight falls.
Oh!
Running around now. Clay's looking for the kill. Flickers forward. Taz has the immortality. 1 HP now. They're still looking for him. Taz jumping back and forth. Immortality still there. Popped in, and he will be shut down by Clay.
Whew, wow. Back and forth endeavor, but the bottom lane is getting pushed, and Naomi will be tasked to clear it up. But for RRQ, this is the RRQ we are used to, man. Just back and forth, not giving up an inch wherever it's possible. With 2 members down right here, there's going to be 5 seconds available for Taz to make it to the Lord. And while doing so, it means RRQ will have a huge setup advantage. As whoa, look at that burst damage. Feather Airstrike is definitely ramping up.
Banana's nasty, right? Banana's nasty. There's so much
No, I love Banana.
burst. Yeah, we all love Banana,
yeah,
but like in a nasty way. Like it's so good, and it becomes so nasty if he's not on your team. If
right.
Banana's given a signature hero like the Paquito, this is what happens. Look at the pressure that he has on the backline. How is Bron supposed to deal that much damage if Banana isn't taken out first, like we saw earlier on? So there's a little bit more homework here for Dreams, for, I would say, Taz as well, to try pick up Banana before this goes out, because Brands needs a space, man. He needs a space to deal the damage.
Raise a position. Good knockout strike. Wow, great escape from RRQ. No conceal and no heavy spin. 2 big resources used up by EVOS. Banana jumping back in. Dreams has a Divine Judgment. Not going to go for it just yet for the airstrike. Going to be able to zone Brands away. Flicker defensively by Dreams. Look at the flanks. Naomi is looking for it with Skylar. Meanwhile, down below, Hellcurt is waiting for his time. Fluffy moving forward, going to lose a lot of HP. Dark Knight falls! Taz! In the back! Finds the flank of his life! 3 members down for RRQ!
Make that another one. Naomi gets chased down by Brands. He's gonna get taken down as well.
Look at
Banana.
the timers.
Banana against the world. I don't think it's possible, man. EVOS, they make their move right here. Their rival even, to deny the wave clear.
Silence down, solo 1v4. He buys the winner truncheon in time, but it's only to delay the inevitable. EvosLegends, the comeback legends. 1 minion as the mini waves gets cleared out. 1-0.
EvosLegends lead the series in this best of 3 against RRQ. That should have been their game to lose. RRQ played it perfectly. They collapsed kills for objectives. They controlled the early game. Turtles fell to them. Towers fell to them. EVOS members fell to them. They did everything.